The Duke of Sussex has stated he's now no longer texting his brother and defined the Queen Consort as the villain in an incendiary interview within the US. Speaking with CNN's Anderson Cooper, Harry stated that Camilla's willingness to forge relationships with the British press made her dangerous and that there might be our bodies left in the road due to that. But talking on 60 Minutes with Anderson Cooper, Harry spoke approximately the royal family's own circle of relatives' distrust of his spouse, Meghan Markle, allegedly sparked with the aid of her being American, an actress, divorced, black, earlier than joking. She have to be a witch. Cooper positioned it to the Duke that his own circle of relatives had become without dragons, but Harry replied, "I don't watch Game of Thrones, but there are definitely dragons, and that's once more the 1/3 birthday celebration in the British press." During the interview, the presenter stated Harry had written how he believed his mom was nonetheless alive at the age of 23 when he visited Paris for the first time. Harry additionally stated he was no longer invited on board an aircraft taking different participants of the royal family's circle of relatives to Balmoral Castle ahead of the Queen's death. Speaking approximately about his dating together with his brother, the Prince of Wales, and his father, the King, Harry stated he's currently no longer texting William and that he has now no longer spoken to his father for pretty an even while. "Do you talk to William now, or do you text?" Anderson Cooper requested him. "Currently, no, however, I am up for us being capable of locating peace," Harry replied. Asked how lengthy it had been for the reason that he had spoken to Charles, he stated, "We haven't spoken for pretty much as long as, no, now not so recently." Questioned on what his mom, Diana, Princess of Wales, might think about his fractured dating together with his brother, Harry stated, "I assume Princess Diana might be unhappy that it's so far away now. I accept it as true that she might need reconciliation. And I desire that's what's achievable." When asked if he might want to see himself returning as a full-time member of the royal family's own circle of relatives, Harry replied, "I can't see that occurring." On Sunday, in his first primetime TV interview selling his arguable memoir, Harry additionally criticized his own circle of relatives participants for an absolutely terrible reaction on the day the Queen died, with leaks and briefings. He labeled royals complicit within the ache and struggling. The Duchess of Sussex confronted and instructed ITV's Bradby that he turned into talking out in his memoir because silence simplest permits the abuser to abuse. Harry lambasted the British press for the duration of the sit-down interview on Sunday night, venting his frustration at the conflict he accused the media of creating, although naming his own circle of relatives had an element to it. He additionally instructed Bradby that he cherished his father and brother, but stated, "At the moment, I don't know them as much as they in all likelihood don't know me." He added, "Nothing of what I've carried out on this e-book or in any other case has ever had the aim to damage them or harm them. The fact is something that I want to depend on, and after a few years of lies being instructed approximately me and my own circle of relatives, there comes a factor in which, once more, going lower back to the connection among sure participants of the own circle of relatives and the tabloid press, the ones sure participants have determined to get inside the mattress with the devil, right, to rehabilitate their image." Harry's new book, Spare, due out on Tuesday, has sparked a furor over his claims that William bodily attacked him, even as his admission that he killed 25 Taliban participants all through the Afghanistan conflict generated protests in Helmand province over the weekend. In surprise remarks, Harry denied he accused the royal family's own circle of relatives of racism in his Oprah interview, whilst Meghan discovered an unnamed member of the family raised issues regarding how dark their unborn son's pores and skin might be. "No, I didn't." The British press stated that. "Did Meghan ever point out that they're racist? There turned out to be a problem about his pores and skin color," the Duke stated. Bradby, acting taken aback, requested, "Wouldn't you describe that as basically racist?" Harry replied, "I wouldn't, now that I no longer live inside that circle of relatives." He added, "Going lower back to the distinction among what my information is due to my very own experience, the distinction between racism and subconscious bias, the two matters are distinctive." The claims in March 2021 left Oprah open-mouthed with surprise and plunged the monarchy into disaster because they confronted accusations of racism However, Harry once again refused to name the royals allegedly involved. Harry additionally sponsored the Queen's former girl, Lady Susan Hussey, who ended an honorary position after asking a black British home violence campaigner, from which she absolutely got here. "Meghan and I love Susan Hussey. She by no means suspected any damage at all," he stated. Accusing his own circle of relatives of having a position in Meghan's distress, Harry stated, "At that point, I didn't completely appreciate how much, or how complicit, my own circle of relatives had been in that ache and struggling that turned into occurring to my spouse, and the only institution of human beings that may have wanted to help or stop this from occurring were the very human beings that had been encouraging it to happen." As Bradby mentioned Harry's criticisms of his father along with the fact that the Duke's hobbies are sacrificed to his hobbies, sincerely with regards to the press, the Duke stated he understood the desire to have that dating with the tabloid press, but did now no longer consider it. He stated there have been especially hurtful decisions, adding, and it continues. It hasn't stopped. It's persevering with the entire manner through." Harry's tell-all memories in his e-book consist of recounting how he took cocaine and magic mushrooms and misplaced his virginity on an older lady in a dark room at the back of a hectic pub, with the memories dominating the headlines for days. Harry additionally discovered how he felt barely isolated and distinctive from his own circle of relatives in his more youthful years following the death of his mom, but shared completely happy instances together with his great-grandmother, the Queen Mother. 2 great interviews are set to be broadcast, with Michael Strahan of Good Morning America on Monday and Stephen Colbert at The Late Show on CBS on Wednesday morning UK time. Thank you for watching till the end. Please share with us your thoughts in the comments